Okay, so basically, I went ahead and was recording this throughout the day. This is roughly around an hour and 20 hour and 30 minutes of me doing stuff, starting out this world. Um, for people that maybe not watching my series of Sky Crash Factory Landing, I talked about that I am making my own mod pack. This is still a work in progress of a mod pack. I already have had to change some recipes to make them more to my liking and more based around how I like to play Minecraft. So I have changed a lot of recipes that make it a little bit easier to craft them, make them a little bit more OP. You can get them a lot earlier game, things like that. So I've kind of gone through and stripped some of the mods to where they're not as intensive. You don't have to do so much to be able to get into them, things like that. For instance, I've changed the armor for I've already recorded episode 2 while doing this, so um, I have changed the recipe though for Mark IV armor. I have changed the recipe for the OP watering can. For anyone that doesn't know what that is, the reinforced watering can. I've changed the recipe for that to where it does not require a soul fragment. It probably really that probably won't be something that really gets used. At first, I was going to be using it, but I think maybe I won't really use it. If I do use it, it would just be for, you know, other reasons, I guess. I mean, I don't really have much of a reason to probably use it now because I'm trying not to actually go into magical crops for using the seeds. Um, because of the way that I actually changed the recipe for the Mark IV armor, though, the Mark II armor has been disabled, so that is no longer craftable. I'm trying to think what else I change. Oh, I changed the Philosopher's Stone, where you can, instead of having to use the instead of having to use glowstone, you're able to use lapis instead. The other crafting recipe is still there. I just wanted to have it to where I could use lapis instead, to where basically all you have to do is just go mining and you can make a philosopher's stone and not have to go to the nether or go to the twilight and get glowstone. That's kind of what I was going for. So, pretty much I've have it to where I like it. I made the mod pack towards the way I like to play. So that's kind of what I was going for. I definitely enjoy a lot more of, you know, I don't really like exploring much, I guess. That's not really something I like in a mod pack. I'm not really someone that likes, a lot of things that want to try to kill me and stuff, so nothing like that's in the pack. I mean, there is, Twilight Forest, so there is like some challenge to it in a sense, kind of. I mean, this pack is what I'm going to probably call this. I'm pretty confident that I'm calling this OP Craft. I do want to make sure though that that is not an already named mod pack. A mod pack isn't already named that. I am going to double check before I do call this series OP Craft, but I kind of feel like that's what this series should be called is OP Craft, and it's probably what this mod pack will be called. I mean, again, right now it still is obviously a work in progress, so yeah, because of being a work in progress, I'm still trying to go through, you know, work out some of the problems and possibly even adding some other mods, things like that. Um, Now, something like the loot bags, I added those mainly for pure reason of having a way of getting other materials or possibly other like just other things that can be kind of annoying to craft that's kind of what I was going for with the loot bags. Some of the loot bag stuff, though, it kind of gives you things that are really pointless. Like there's no reason to really have them, kind of thing. But they're there for being there. But mainly this pack is more meant for building purposes. That's kind of what I was going for. That was more what I'm wanting to base the series on. I've wanted to get into a series where all it was about was just building, but I don't want to do it with vanilla because vanilla would just be, to me, it would just be kind of boring. I don't really like vanilla Minecraft too much. I mean, it's fun like on the Xbox wise, but like when it comes to starting a world in Minecraft, just playing vanilla, it's really a pain. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it really is a pain. Like with having mods, like I can get started in a mod pack really, really fast. Especially with the fact of using Mindtweaker and changing recipes, making things more OP, things faster to craft, easier, whatnot, things like that. Um, like having Vein Miner, having it to where just things are just more simplified, things like that. It makes it to where starting a new world isn't too much of a hassle. You can get to the same point of where you're already, basically completely OP in like, a few hours. When it comes to Minecraft, it takes you probably like 8 to 16 hours to be able to, have like full diamond armor that's enchanted with protection and having, a nice pickaxe, a good sword. It takes you a pretty lengthy amount of time to get to that point. So, that's why that's honestly probably one of the reasons why you'll really never see me do a vanilla, it's probably why you would never really see me do a vanilla style let's play unless I do actually end up getting this job, and if I do get this job, you might end up seeing a vanilla series. Probably won't be vanilla, but I'm thinking actually if I do get this job though, I'm thinking of actually renting a server, try it for a month if I do enjoy doing it and whatnot. I'll probably keep doing that. It might be actually vanilla. I might do vanilla just because I play modded a ton, and playing vanilla on a server could be some fun. Playing it with a few people that I know, probably could have some fun with it. If if I do actually enjoy that though, playing vanilla, then I might continue that. But uh, I mean, I'm kind of feeling like it would just be modded. Maybe like some like slight few mods, maybe not something that's too ridiculous. Maybe try to keep it a vanilla feel to it, kind of. Not have anything that's completely OP. Just have some things like tinkers and um, have some other mods to make it not feel so much vanilla, but have it vanilla as much as possible, kind of thing. So if I do that, I would probably have some fun with it. Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun, honestly. But I am mainly, like I said, for this series, I am basing this around just building. Um, Getting to fly is crazy easy. Like, it is crazy, crazy easy. You'll see that actually in episode 2, how easy it is for me to become to where I can fly. Which is, again, like why I was saying, this pack is very OP. This pack is meant to make you OP as soon as possible, basically. Also, I'm playing this series on normal. I mean, I guess I could just bump up to hard. It wouldn't really change anything because monsters can't hit through my armor. Um, Mark 4 armor is completely broken. For anyone that doesn't know, Mark 4 armor is very, very broken. Um, Probably the most broken armor in modded Minecraft, honestly. I mean, I know like the module suits that. that mod is pretty broken with the armor as well. But with playing with Mark 4 armor though, mobs can't do any damage to you, or at least that's just like the way it kind of works. Uh, it has such a high armor rating on it, basically, that there's nothing that can hurt you. The only thing that hurts me is poison, obviously, because that goes straight through your armor, and wither effect. The only thing would be like potions and whatnot. Like if a witch was to throw, like some harming potions, whatever, that can kill me. But just a monster just normally just hitting me with melee isn't gonna kill me. Um, so, you know, basically that's why I was going for that. But like I had said, I'm going also as well where with magical crops, even though I can get to where I can fly very very quickly, I am also I'm not going to go through and actually disable the stuff myself. I'm just going to have it to where I myself am not going to craft the seeds that are there to be able to get EMC. Um, you know, basically being able to get an infinite amount of EMC from just sitting there. That's not what I want to do. I'm not trying to do that. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that mainly is because I want to actually have it to where I need to do everything to get something, I actually have to go and do stuff. Now, because of the fact that, I am going to be so OP for the whole series, it'll make it to where, I won't have to worry about dying. I was actually thinking of doing this in hardcore because there should really be no reason of me dying. But for, if anything stupid happens, if I lag, I don't want to lose the world. So, like I would do that. But I was actually thinking of, while doing this series and working on this pack, since it is very much alike of modpack, I was tempted to maybe do a series on that, but I'm also tempted to where what I'll do instead of a normal series is it will be I guess you could say like a funny series. It'll be a series where all it is me showing off deaths. Like that's all it would be. Just kind of like in a sense, kind of like a highlight kind of everything that I'm doing. It would just be like a highlight of all the deaths that I've had in modpack 2, which I think would be pretty cool to honestly do. I mean, wouldn't honestly be a bad idea. Um, I mean, that was one of the things I was kind of thinking of doing, though, was doing just, kind of going through and showing all the deaths that I get in modpack 2. Just because I've died a ton of times, and, I mean, as many times as I've died, honestly, like, I'm surprised that, you know, I haven't just quit. But, I still play it here and there. I don't play as much as I used to, but I haven't actually played it with the new updates and stuff, so could actually be pretty fun to honestly play that. But, um, let me see here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Huh, okay. For some reason my video thing was showing that the video that I'm showing while talking over it says it's only been 7 minutes, but I've recorded for like I think 13 minutes now, 14 minutes now. Not really sure what's going on there, but oh, okay, I see now. I see. It's just messed up. Okay. But yeah, pretty much, the like the biggest thing that I've wanted to do was mainly I've wanted to do a building series, more so where um it was kind of in a sense where it wasn't creative. Like would do a creative series again. Like I did have one going for, I think I did like 3 episodes or maybe 4 episodes. It was a while ago though. I mean, it was hell. That's probably been like maybe like 3 years ago or something. Maybe 2 years ago. I'm trying to remember. I think yeah, I think it's like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a little bit since I actually did I did that series, but my computer had blue screened, so I had stopped that series because that world got deleted. Because my computer blue screened, so I had to reset my computer at that point. Um, but I was thinking of kind of doing that kind of series again. Doing a series where I do nothing but building. But then I kind of thought, like, well, do I really want to do a creative series again? And I was like, no, I really don't want to do that. Just because, like, for the viewer, I don't think that, that would be too entertaining unless, like, I had a separate computer and did it on a server or just did it through LAN and had my other character recording everything that I'm doing. That'd be a lot better. Then I might actually do a creative series doing that. But because of not having that functionality of being able to do that, I don't have the ability to have another computer and have another account going and blah blah. I don't have that ability to do that, so I can't really do that. So I kind of thought like, well, what would be a way that would be really good to still kind of do a building series but not have it be creative. And then that was whenever I thought like, oh, I could just do a series where I make my own mod pack, and with doing that I can then therefore actually go through and you know do a building series, but actually do it in survival, because I would prefer to do it in survival. But then I was kind of thinking, like, well, because at first I was going to do it in vanilla, but obviously that would just take way, way too long. So I didn't want to do it in vanilla. But when I kind of thought about it, like, I was like, well, like, at first I was kind of thinking, like, oh, well, if I do it, doing it with mods, uh, it would still take a while to get started. But then I kind of thought, like, oh, well, if I throw some mods that I know would really help, then I wouldn't have to really worry too much. I can get started really easily. And with using Minesweeper for sure, I mean, that definitely makes it really easy to get started and start doing the stuff that I want to actually do. That's more why I was actually using Minesweeper to change a lot of these recipes to make them easier, was mainly so that I can actually just get straight into doing what I actually want to do and not really having to deal with, making this and making that and getting into this, and going into like a billion different mods just to get to where I want to get to. So, with being able to do this, I mean, really, if I wanted to more focus on building, yeah, I could just make a farm and just use gas seeds, just use gas seeds and everything, and just get a farm going and just have a billion EMC within a few days or whatever. But, I don't really want to do that because I still would like to have the somewhat feel for vanilla. Still have the feel that, like I need to actually go mining for EMC, you know, need to actually go and like kill mobs and whatnot for EMC, things like that. Actually have a purpose for things, because when I was testing this and playing in my own world, when testing this, having a farm just it gets boring. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it does get boring. So that's why I wanted to not do that. Um, and because of the fact of basing this more around like kind of staying vanilla, but obviously being completely OP, um, where I still have to go mining, I will enjoy it. So yeah, I mean, pretty much that's the basis of this pack, is the fact that, you know, I made it because I want to do a building series. Um, and like I said, I haven't really been able to actually do some really nice like mega builds on PC per se. I've done quite a few of them on Xbox. I've done quite a few of them, which I honestly would like to do a series on there for building as well. But I want to wait until I actually get because for some reason my Elgato I think it's the software. I think maybe like there's an update or something I don't have or something or whatever it may be. But something's messed up to where while I'm recording, uh, or no, I think it's actually when I stop recording and then hit record again, while it's like saving the file, um, while it's saving the file to for me to later on like use the clip or whatever, um, like while it's trying to reload back up, it like breaks it and just like messes up for some reason. Not honestly too sure why, but that's just one of the things it does. So since it like really messes up, like the colors like go all over the place, it looks really messed up. It's like unwatchable. I don't really know why it does that, but I wanted to wait until I got that fixed, and I want to also wait until I am not using. I kind of want to get away from not using just straight the free version of Bandicam. I want to wait until I actually have the paid version of Bandicam. Um, like I was gonna actually get it a bit ago, but then I never ended up getting it. So instead, I ended up buying a new Xbox controller. So I don't have paid Bandicam still. Which, I mean, I don't mind it. It kind of gets annoying every 10 minutes. It cuts out and everything. But I mean, I can deal with it. And I mean, like, some people might say, like, oh, well, it might be, like, unprofessional or whatever to not use, to not pay for the software you're using. But, I mean, at the same time, I mean, I guess I don't have to deal with people asking me, like, what do I use for recording software? Because you'll always know, because it always says Bandicam at the top. So you never have to mess with that. Um, and yeah, I mean, pretty much that's really the basis of what I'm kind of doing here, I guess, with this pack. Uh, I mean, really, the rest of this stuff that you're gonna be seeing, like, kind of here in the background, is obviously just me, just kind of getting started. Um, Maybe you would have seen like earlier, like the loot bags I got and everything. Which is what I was talking about earlier, about the loot bags, getting those, and they're pretty useful, honestly. They really are. I mean, I even got like I think like 2 diamonds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gotten like 2 diamonds from. I don't think it was from one of them. I think it was like 1 diamond, and each one I got like from ones that had diamonds in them. So I mean the loot bags are pretty nice, and the fact they have like mystery things, I kind of like that. It's kind of like having a lucky block, but it could be a random mob. I don't believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there can't be a boss in there. I'm pretty sure. Like if there was like an Ender Dragon in one of those, yeah, I would probably just like yeah, just no. Like that would probably be something that would just never like for one it should never be in it because you can't capture it anyway. Same with the Wither boss, you can't capture it in there. The Twilight Forest bosses you can, but obviously Twilight Forest wouldn't be linked with the Twilight Forest wouldn't be linked with My Factory Reloaded, I wouldn't think. Unless like maybe it just goes through all the mobs in the game, which actually yeah it does actually now that I think about it because when I was testing those it spawned a deer, or I think it's a deer from a Twilight Forest. So yeah, I guess actually it does pull from all mods. So I don't think there could be any bosses though in it because you can't capture them except the Twilight Forest ones. But if it would actually use the Twilight Forest bosses in those, that'd be kind of actually cool, honestly. If I did it in like a location, I don't care if it kind of gets wrecked and whatnot. It'd be kind of actually really cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, really, that's honestly about it. I mean, you can kind of see like what I was doing here in the background. Um, I ended up making a hammer and I threw a diamond on it, and then once I went back down into my mine here, I instantly ran into diamonds, found lapis, ran into some redstone, and went ahead and made the philosopher's stone right there. That was my changed recipe, and then also as well, I show here me making obsidian. That was one of the recipes that I did add because it's just like I wanted to recreate old EE2, so I was kind of changing some of those recipes. So yeah, I mean I ended up making my table here, which just allows me to dump all my EMC straight into the transmutation table, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. There's still a little bit here of me doing stuff. I just make this bigger. Uh, I make a chest for that. Make some hoppers so that everything can auto go into it. And then like while I let that keep running, I end up going back and doing some more mining, get some more EMC, get some more ores, so that I can actually get to where I can be flying and whatnot. And yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. I just went back and forth, did some mining, came back, made sure that I was throwing the ores in there, got the rest of the EMC I needed to get to where I can fly, and pretty much after that, that's when I go in episode 2. So yeah, that is the end. So yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed this. I know I kind of rambled on. I talked about the same stuff over and over. You know, uh, trying to make sure people do know like obviously what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, do hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.